Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back with a brand new episode. It's been what, 2 years? I feel like it's been 2 years,
Nah,
yo.
last year.
First, nah, we didn't do last year. It was
Oof.
2022. That's why the note said 2022. It's been 2 years. I think, yo, we have kids and time just flies and you don't even recognize it. But we are back with an additional co-host. We got Deuce James, the chef,
What's
in the
up,
building.
brothers?
First team, all purpose. We're going to be talking a lot of things football, culture, everything going on in the world of sports. But like the NFL season starts like today. By the time you see this, the NFL season will have started. And
Yes.
we got some things we want to talk about before the season starts. So I got my guy Deuce and I got my guy Gene with me. And we're going to jump right into it. Anything y'all want to say before we get it popping? What should the people expect from y'all before we get it popping, brother?
I feel like this season with all three of us is gonna be some wild takes.
Some wild real takes though. You're gonna a lot of light bulbs for me now. A lot of light bulbs. A lot of them.
A lot, a lot of dudes that know what they know on this mug. Know what I mean? All right, so here we go. We're gonna start off instead of just doing a quick, complete overall. Shout outs to Paul who did a complete breakdown, by the way, of all the divisions, all the teams, who we think are gonna win, all that stuff. We don't have time to do all that, so we're gonna jump into guys that we think are going to be difference makers in their respective divisions. So I'll start with you, Gene. Give me three players in any division that you feel like maybe we're not expecting, but is going to flip that division to eventually make a significant impact for their team.
You want three or you want one? So we
You
so
tell
we
me.
all doing three.
We could do three. We could do one. It's up to you. Ball's in your court.
All right. I was throwing a lot of names out there, and then it dawned on me. Right? It's just like,
Uh huh.
who's the one dude who's super consistent? He's not the greatest at his position, but he will win you some games.
Mm.
Kirk
Okay.
Cousins. Kirk Cousins is on the Falcons, right? If you
Okay.
look at that
Okay.
Falcons roster, they got players. They got Kyle
Okay.
Pitts, Bijan Robinson, they
Okay.
got Drake London.
Okay.
The only thing missing was
Okay.
a steady quarterback. Again, I don't
Right.
expect Kirk Cousins to play like Aaron Rodgers or Pat Mahomes, but what Kirk will do, he'll put up numbers and they'll win games. And I think that they can win that division. I'm not sold on the Buccaneers. Panthers are going to be dreadful. Who's the other team? And is
The
Panthers,
Saints. The
Buccaneers,
Saints.
and the Saints.
Saints.
Who they got?
Yeah.
Who, by week three, Taysom Hill is going to be playing quarterback for them, bro. Like, nah. I think the Falcons, low key, can make some noise, and their defense was pretty solid from what I remember from last season.
Yeah, the Falcons were a solid defense. So Kirk Cousins, you think that Achilles is not going to be any factor at all? You think? I mean, I know he's on pace to start, but you don't think there's going to be no downsides in his play coming off that Achilles injury?
Bro, and Achilles is just like a ACL MCL injury. 20 years ago, it was career threatening. Every
Yeah,
single season, players are coming back from these injuries. You feel me?
yeah,
And if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken, he kind of got hurt in the middle of last season, so he has more
yeah, yeah.
recovery time. It's not like it was end of season or off season. So yeah, I don't see Kurt, and he's not a mobile, like breaking the pocket running for 15, 20 yards anyway, right? He's a pocket passer.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why
Mm-hmm.
Kurt is not gonna come out and just play up to his capabilities.
Man, they're gonna boo Cousins out of there. they,
Why you say that? Why you
they
say
ain't
that?
gonna get Cousins because they ain't trying to see all that check down. They're not trying to just see you throw to the flats all day. He ain't got no real targets on the outside to make him look good.
Drake London is solid, bro. Drake London, he could play.
Fam,
I'm
So Drake,
but everyone on the Falcons never had a QB to get them the ball. We can't act like Kirk Cousins can't get dudes the ball, man. Justin Jefferson put up. If you ask someone who barely watches football, who was Justin Jefferson's QB that he played with, that he broke all these numbers, Kirk Cousins would be the last dude on that list, bro. So we can't act like he can't get my dudes the ball, bro. Like, come on.
yeah, he
I'm
can
just
stat
I'm just,
pad.
I'm just not sold on his style. I'm just not sold on Kirk Cousins. Like I'm
Okay,
like he
so
doesn't he doesn't like what y'all say like move the needle when
yeah,
he comes to
yeah.
nine. It's not like he's the game changer. That's what I'm saying. To me they might boo him out of there. They might say let's go with this rookie we just drafted.
that's the thing. Penix, again, I know it's preseason, and he's gonna sit behind Kirk, who just got $100 million guaranteed. Penix looked good in the preseason, yo.
He's gonna say,
Like he looked,
let me hold some of that.
he looked like Washington Penix, like in college, where he was just back there dotting, 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 dotting. And again, like we've been talking about, these rookies, in 3 years, they're going to be asking, before that fifth-year option kicks in, they're going to be asking for $200-300 million. I don't think the Falcons are going to have Kirk Cousins as their quarterback next year. I think this will be a one-year thing, and then some team, veteran team that needs a QB, will trade for Kirk, and they'll slide Penix in. So I kind of like that plan, given that, they have Kirk already when they already signed Kirk and then drafted Penix. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see what
Yo,
happens.
real quick, do you remember the first episode that we did for this podcast 2 years ago when we picked divisions? Do you remember who I picked
Yeah,
to win that division? Remember it
I
was the
remember.
Vikings with Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.